Could the feds now raise our income tax to 90+%? That is the topic of this video, and I'm gonna show you how it's not that far to think that it could happen. It has happened in the past. If you look right now at the federal tax rate of 2021, if you're making over $628,000 a year, the federal income tax rate is 37%. Now, if we go down to, like, let's just say 1955, for example, which wasn't that long ago. In 1955, if you made over $400,000 a year, look at this, okay? The federal tax rate was 91%. Now, how bad is inflation? How scared are the feds? Now, we know that the feds have been hiring IRS agents like crazy. Do you think higher tax rates are coming, especially for that top 1%? Now, remember, this federal tax rate is this high for the people that make over $628,000 a year. Most people do not make that much, right? Most people make definitely under $150,000 a year. So that would put your tax rate at about 30%, 32%, which is still fairly high, right? Let me see. Yeah, right here, 32%. Anything less than $164,000 a year. So still semi-high, right? But do you think because of inflation, do you see the government raising taxes? I mean, they are hiring a lot of IRS agents, which is basically making the government even bigger. What do you feel about that? Do you feel like they need more IRS agents? I mean, can't they just do the work with what they have? Are that many people cheating the system these days? I mean, I don't know, but it kind of scares me a little bit, but we're just gonna have to see how that all pans out. Now, I'm gonna tell you my honest view on raising the taxes on the wealthiest people, or, in general, you cannot compare an economy from the 50s to an economy of today. A lot of things are different. That right now, the idea is that America has to be able to compete with other countries, and that, is basically the name of the game. By allowing people to keep more money in their pocket, that allows them to spend more money, and by spending more money, basically, they generate more revenue and a higher GDP, right? But also the idea for Americans would be to export our goods and services. One of the best companies, for example, that has been able to do that at a monumental level is a company like Google, right? Where everybody around the world now uses this one American company. So we need to be competitive. And, when you think about these Google executives making massive amounts of money, that's, generally because these companies are making massive amounts of money to be able to pay their employees pretty high wages. Now, should those employees making a lot of money, have to pay such a huge tax rate? Remember, there are loopholes, right? So when people are making a lot of money, they know how to hide it, they know how to put it in different places. So it is somewhat hard to go after people. But in general, if you're a W-2 employee making over $628,000 a year, you are going to get stuck with the highest bill possible. Now, also, when we talk about the federal tax rate for corporations, that's been a big topic. A lot of people say, hey, they should be paying more. Corporations should be paying a lot more. Well, that also gets kind of tricky because, in many ways, we want our corporations to be able to be competitive against other companies from, other countries, right? We want to be, remember, it's a global economy right now, and we want to stay competitive. A lot of the reasons we do give, these big tax breaks to these corporations is for that reason, to stay competitive, right? So, for example, Tesla, right? Tesla is a up and coming company. Now, the idea would be to take Tesla to, countries around the world. And then at that moment, because we gave Tesla an advantage, right, some tax incentives, he's able to now sell cars. The company's able to sell cars around the world, making our GDP even higher. Because again, if the company is based here in the United States, that is essentially, where the money is going to come back to. Now, that it's a whole moving target. There's a lot of things going on, so it's not as easy as just saying, it used to be high. People should be paying more that are making more money. Well, it gets complicated. And in general, I feel sometimes like with everything being so expensive, we're like being taxed to death, right? And when there's talks about more IRS agents and stuff like that, it really does kind of worry me because as a whole, for the whole economy, right? You know, it's probably gonna scare a lot of people, and it's scary to think, you know, that if you know, our population is gonna be scared that you know, we're gonna be jailed and stuff like that. I don't know. It just seems like a bad recipe, you know, it seems like a recipe for a bad disaster. So what do you guys think? Please comment down below. This has been a great video. I will have a link to this chart down in the description below. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. Now, I just want to say, for all of you who have been watching my videos and supporting my channel, big thank you to all of you guys. And if this is the first time watching my video and you like what I have to say, please don't forget to smash that subscribe button. Again, thank you so much for watching. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next video.